سبيل الدموع سبيل مريح.
Welcome to this wonderful video where we are going to talk about what's that? 4 checkpoints to naming your online course. And to be very honest with you, naming a course, naming an online course, naming a product, naming a service is going to take a lot of time, and it is going to take a lot of time and effort from your end to build something that you really want to build. Now, because we have to see from so many different angles for one single thing. I'll tell you a small example, and then we'll jump into the video. The other day, it was not even a week. I think probably like 6 days back. Me and my brother, we went to a shop just to have fruit, just to have juice, and there was a list of so many shakes and drinks and juices and stuff like that. Like a big list, it was just hang on the wall. And I glanced through the whole thing and I did not understand what I'm going to order because they were just names of the whole thing. The thing that I ordered because it looked fancy, and that made me create this particular video for you, this particular episode of a podcast or whatever that, however you're listening it. That was an inspiration for me to make this particular thing. So that being said, welcome to this particular video. We are going to talk about 4 checkpoints of naming your online course or a content, or how do you name a product. The thing was, when we went, and the thing that I ordered, it was called the IPL 2020. I was like, great, it looks fancy, let me buy that. And when it it was just the name. Okay, I did not know what that juice was made of, what fruits were used, what dry fruits were used. Was it a shake? Was it just a fresh juice? Are they going to add noodles to that one? Are they going to add ice creams to that one? Are they going to, how long is this one? I had zero idea on how they are going to serve it, or how they are going to serve it, because it was just a name that actually inspired me. It's like if I don't know the ingredients of your product that you're going to sell, how will I go and buy from you? What will be my inspiration to come and buy even from you? So when you are naming any piece of product, it need not have to be fancy, it need not have to be so complicated, it need not have to match certain standards, because nobody cares. People want to know what the product stands for and what is behind the scenes. That brings us to the first point. Like, I don't know what the juice was, like, but eventually I ordered it. I went up the counter. I was like, I struggle with Tamil language because we are staying in Chennai, and I definitely struggle with Tamil. I went up. I was like, what is there inside the juice? Like, we've got all fruits. We've got like all fruits inside the juice plus dry fruits. I was like, great. I was still even more further confused, like, what are the fruits you are going to... You cannot possibly put like 10 to 15 fruits when you say all fruits is like all the fruits of the shops. Like, you're not going to put that. All the dry fruits, even you're not going to put the whole thing. Like, I was so confused, like literally so confused. So when you are naming a product, you think IPL 2020 as a metric. If you are going to sell your product naming, for example, IPL 2020, okay, what does that mean? Are you helping me become a cricketer, or are you helping me play like 2020 wala cricketer? So whatever that is. So the thing is, the product should resonate with the message. A message should resonate with what you're going to teach them. What you're going to teach them is going to resonate with the problems they've got. Like, it's like the whole cycle. So when I am going and buying IPL 2020, it has to do with cricket. IPL, first thing that comes to mind is like cricket. 2020 is like, first thing that comes to mind is like cricket. But no, that's juice. Like, completely different sort of a thing. So there are like 4 points we'll go into deep. It's like, first point is like, the name of your course is equals to the name of your community, is equals to the results that you're promising them, is equals to the goals that you're setting for them, is equals to the problem that you're going to solve for them. It's like it has to have that congruency across. It has to have that congruency of so many barriers. And then when you say, okay, this is going to be my product's name, okay, that name, it may just have like one name, one word name, it may be a 5-word name, or it may be a whole sentence that is the product name. Great. The thing is, it has to resonate with 4 to 5 things: the course name, the community name, the results, the goals, the promises that you're going to give, the problem that you're going to solve. It has to be in that congruency. If you're going to give me like a all mixed fruit juice, and when you name it IPL 2020, they're like very different. My thought process, they are very different with this trend. That was point number one, being congruent. Second one, customer need the details. If the name is complicated, great. For example, if you are planning to have a very fancy name and a very complicated name, okay, great. Nothing against it. But if you have, for example, IPL 2020, I need to know what are the ingredients to them. So that's why when you go to a restaurant, when you go to a restaurant and there's like chicken majestic, for example. Okay, great. I know that there's chicken in that particular meal, and it's called majestic. I have no idea whether they're going to use milk in it, or curd in it, pepper in it, or spices in it, or what they're going to deep fry it, or they're going to grill it, or I have no idea. So that's why restaurants have chicken majestic. Beneath that, or beside that, in brackets, in italic, they'll be having the ingredients of it. When you see the details, the ingredients of a specific thing, okay, I know exactly what chicken majestic is. Okay, what pepper barbecue chicken is, what this is, what that is. I know exactly. Okay, when I'm, for example, if I'm ordering a faluda. When I'm ordering that, okay, I need to know what's the difference between the Arabian faluda, the royal faluda, the mini faluda, the special faluda, or whatever the faluda is. Like, you need to know the details of it, because it's the same. The chicken, the baseline is the same, but then there are different ingredients added to a different thing altogether. So when you are naming up, for example, if you have a complicated name that you feel, you will eventually know that whether it's a very simple name or a complicated name. You will be great in that particular judgment, like, because you know what you're trying to say. Now, if the name is complicated, give the people the details. For example, if there's like IPL 2020 is your product, great. Okay, IPL 2020, what is with inside that IPL 2020? Okay, we are using almonds, we are using cashews, we are using mango, we are using pineapple, we are using orange, we are using milk in it, we are using specific vanilla shake, specific vanilla ice cream in it, and when you shake it, we are going to top it with a mixture of dry fruits, and we're putting a straw over there, and towards the end of it, we are going to put a small little orange so that it tastes better. And on the cup of it, for example, we are going to layer it with what? With sugar or sauce, so that it tastes, every sip tastes really nice. So what happens is, when you're giving the whole details, I know exactly what I'm getting. When I know exactly what I'm getting, I am more relying on the ingredients. That's what I want to taste. Like, that's exactly what I want. Plus, you're delivering more than what I was expecting. Great, I'm going to purchase it from you. Details matters a lot. Point number 2. Point number 3 is, there is no framework of not. Now you'll be asking, like, how should I be? What's the framework of it? There is no framework of it. There's no framework of it. You can go ahead and model what people are doing. You can model the movie's name. You can model the album's name, songs name, the books you read. You can model all this, but there is no specific framework for it. Whatever you are congruent with, whatever you feel is important, which has to have, again, going through the first point. The course name should be equal to the community name, should be equal to the results, should be equal to the goals, should be equal to the promises, should be equal to the problem, it has to have that congruency. You cannot be saying, okay, yoga 650 and taking people for riding. Two different directions altogether, like two literally different directions. So you need to maintain that sanity and a structure and a direction where everything is in that flow. Third point is done. No framework. The fourth and last point that we're going to talk about: don't think fancy names. Thinking fancy names is, you will just blow your mind so off that it probably wouldn't even work. Because now, when you're thinking fancy, you are thinking complicated. Now, when you're thinking complicated, eventually what happens is, you are not able to convey the message through the name of the product to the community, to the people that you're selling. If you're not able to convey the message to your potential client, like, this is my product is, okay, but I'm still confused, like, what is that product? So when there is that small little drift, small little detachment from the name, the fancy name or the complicated name, with the audience that you're going to pitch, or probably you're pitching them, if there's like small little detachment, you are going to, probably 30% chances that they're not going to get converted. Probably they're not going to get converted, because no, they don't know exactly what that is. So, end of story. Stick to the goal. Now, when you are not thinking fancy, stick to the goal. Use the strategies to get the name, to get the numbers and the names right. So, like, you just have to stick with the flow, follow the pattern. There's no framework, but then it has to be congruent with what you're doing. So, that being said, that brings us to the conclusion of this one cool little video that I thought it was important, and the highlight of the video is IPL 2020. So, you know exactly what whenever you're going to go and watch IPL next, you're going to be reminded of the product name, probably not, and the shake that I drank the other day. Great. So thank you so much for making this video topic and me a part of your day. If you are not a part of the community called the Academy of Artists, and we are a bunch of introvert entrepreneurs who does fun things all the time, make money, help people out, make an impact, build online courses, do webinars, make like 2, 3, 4 times a week money, and enjoy life in a deeper way, satisfied way. And that being said, thank you so much, and I'm going to see you in another video.
كي تستريح وبث الدعاء الخفي الصريح يسعك الفضاء الرحيم.